Thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I've gone through your profile and I thought to tell about the work that you do and the work that you did and the education of yours and the certifications of yours and the complete work experience of yours to my audience.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to once again to be here. I know that you are doing a great work connecting people across the world. So this is a very good work, and I think everybody should go through it and try to motivate you, okay, in your channel. So I will try to do my best here to contribute a little bit with my experience, of course.
Your
Uh,
yeah yeah.
oh, sure.
I will introduce you to my audience. So
Okay.
it's a natural environment here. So I'm taking the interview outside. It's not a professional interview. It's like chatting interview.
Sure, sure. No, no issue,
So
no issue.
you're the only person who have a like huge experience that I have interviewed in all my interview life.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where we can start, but of course,
So
um,
can you please introduce yourself to my audience and to the world who
sure,
is listening and watching you?
sure, sure, sure. So, I'm Alan Santos from Brazil. I'm a father of two little kids, Michelle and Benjamin, and my wife here, 10 years married, it's Talita. And I think since I remember of my own, I'm like a problem solver. Since the beginning, I was interested on understand how the things works. Okay, so I fall in technology very young, trying to understand how the computing it's working inside the hardware itself, and I'm always thinking beyond the hardware, how the programming languages do everything that works, how the programming language connected the things, and then I started in Microsoft Innovation Center here in the south of Brazil, and there I started my journey in Microsoft um, languages and products. I think this is the start of myself. Okay, of course, if you can say about my degree, I'm a bachelor degree in IT science, and I think this is a little bit about me. Okay, from the technology perspective and what is myself. Okay.
So, can you tell me you are in a tech world today. So, what motivated you? What inspired you to come into this industry, and where your education started, and who said you who was in your mind, and who said you to come into this industry?
Oh,
And
great. I think
tell me about the first step when you entered into the university, and what is the course that you took, and why you took that.
perfect. I think the life is a journey, right? You are always learning. And if I remember well, when I was a child, I was thinking to be like a civil engineering or maybe a lawyer, okay? But someone in my college told me about technology, okay? And I started thinking that technology is the base of everything in our world, okay? If you go to buy something in a grocery, you they will use technology. If you go to any place in your life, you need technology. Okay, and this old guy that comes from to my school, I think introduced me this one, and then I start thinking, and I started to do some trainings to study on this uh, And that was the start, okay, the start of the engine. um, how I started to think about it, to really go to the technology. And again, I think the life must be a balance, okay? You should be in touch with your family. You should be in touch with your religion, if you have a religion, of course, and science and everything. You should balance everything. So what keeps me motivated every day, it's trying to understand how we can use the technology to make the lives across the world a little bit better. Okay, so I think we should think in this way. Okay, how to connect the people, how to make their lives better. For example, in this pandemic situation, I think we are able to see that we cannot survive without technology. See, me and you, we are discussing, we are in a meeting right now, and there is an ocean between us. We are very far, kilometers far from each other, and we are able to open a communication. This is how the technology is fantastic. So, uh, lots of people maybe have fear about the unknown. I can say that I would like to discover the unknown. I would like uh, to know more about the things that I don't know. So this is exactly what keeps me motivated. Okay.
So, what was your first course that you took, and how was that?
My first, sorry.
First course.
Okay. Yeah. My first, just to um, go a little bit deep on this. Okay. My first course was to understand the hardware itself. Okay. It was in a very small uh, center here in the south. I went there just to understand the basics of the hardware architecture. Okay. And once I learned about it, I started my journey in C sharp programming language. Okay. C sharp and SQL, Microsoft SQL database. Okay. SQL Server. And I started there doing small apps. In that time, a very far, uh, long time ago. Okay, the technology is not like it's nowadays. Okay, it's the technologies changed through the years, year by year. We know, and nowadays it seems that it's very more faster than before. But I started in C sharp, doing C sharp programming language, and from C sharp I understand very deep. For example, the difference between intermediate language, because we know that from .NET there is a virtual machine that um, 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 get this intermediate language to computer language. Okay, it's like a Java, but I understand. In that time I was able to understand how the things go, how is the flow of the language, and then I learned a little bit about Java, C plus plus, C, and other kind of database. So because once I was since the beginning of my career, I was in services company, okay, IT service company providing IT services. Um, all the times I had a lot of requests about languages that I never studied before. So the market and the customer push me to learn. So in all the projects, I started to learn something new. Sometimes Oracle database, sometimes there is a very small language here in Brazil that I used to programming for handhelds. Okay, do you remember uh, Windows CE edition. It's very old for mobiles at that time that they are using in the farms, okay, just to collect data in the farms. And the language was called something like oval. I never saw anyone in the world using this kind of language. It's kind of VB, okay, VB net. And anyway, all the customer is demanding and is requesting something new to us, and all the times I was trying to give my best to learn this language and these technologies to provide a better services. So that was my main goals in entire of my career.
That's awesome. So, uh, so after completion of your studies, so what was the first job that you did, and how was it, and how you got it, and uh, what made you to get into that?
Yeah, this is a very good question. I think my first job in this industry, it was from my uh, fresher when I was a fresher when I was a trainee in Microsoft Innovation Center. They had a program here with partnership with a local company. In that place, they was teaching the people that comes from university from the college degree how to programming, and after a few months teaching them, they provide a job to them. Okay, so at that time, I think this was my first experience, and this was the base of my knowledge in system development. Okay, area. I think that's it.
So your career started in I think 2007 to 2010. You worked in Uni Brazil.
Yes, this is a very interesting um, uh, thing to share with you. 2000. Let me just open again here. Yeah, Uni Brazil. It was my college degree. Okay, because at that time I had a scholarship. Okay, and what I did there is to, because here in Brazil we have public schools, and also we have paid school. Okay, so you should pay. And Uni Brazil was an institution, a private institution of degrees. And I sometime after, I think after my first year in my college, in my bachelor degree, I usually I get one small job. I think just half of my time to teach some others guys from the college how to programming and how to study for the degree. Okay, so this was very good to me because I was learning from my teachers in the school, and also I had opportunity to try to support others uh, around me, how they can uh, go well in the studies. So it was very good here that time. Okay. Wow. I think it was long and I forgot about it. This was a very good time. Very good time.
And I can see you are into Pontificia University data. It is in Brazilian language.
Yes, yes. It's a Catholic university here. It's very traditional institution here in Brazil. At that time, I went to my master degree. And just to be clear, I went to my master degree and I did not finish, okay, just because other goals that I had in the same year. I think in 2012, I had my first son, my first child here, and after 1 year of my master degree, we decided, me and my wife, to stop because our day by day here changed a little bit. But it was very good. I was studying pattern recognition, okay, with math. It was very interesting. I had one good teacher there that comes from French, and it was a very good experience to myself. And I hope one day in my life I can return back to finish my master degree. I don't know how much time it will take, but I think I would like to encourage everyone here that is able to see us here to contribute to the humanity itself, doing researching and try to make their lives better.
So you worked in Wipro.
Yes, I'm working in Wipro since 2030. 2030.
2013. You're working now.
Yes, I'm working here in Wipro, and I think the I think the I took the advantage for all the opportunities that Wipro gave to me.
Yeah,
I'm here
we'll
for
talk
a long.
about we'll talk
Yeah.
about system analyst, software architect.
Yes, yes. I think my first role there was like um, developer and technical leader. Okay, I started there. And just this is a very good thing to share with you because I started there like a contractor in Wipro. I was not hired. It was like a kind of temporary work. Okay,
Okay.
so this is a very good thing to share with you because they had an issue, a specific issue in one project, because Wipro have a lot of projects. We have a lot of customers here across the world. Okay, I think Wipro have maybe close to 200K of employees across the globe. It's very huge company. You are there in India, uh, Wipro. And I started in a specific project just to resolve a specific issue. And I think after 3 months, I really enjoyed to be there, of course. And I, I was hired, I think, after a couple of months to be in definitive position in Wipro. And I started there for developing in C sharp. I'm just trying to support in a projects, develop projects in C sharp, okay, in VBNet and SQL Server and Oracle, of course. This specific projects, just to share with you, the company um, had one have one ERP, one huge solution enterprise software. It's Oracle One Word, Oracle JDE AdWords, and I was working in the systems around this enterprise system, small systems in C sharp that give the support from the biggest one, enterprise software. So that was my first role in Wipro. Okay.
And then you became the team leader.
Yes, because the demands growth and we start multiple projects. Okay, and the teams becomes a little bit bigger, and we start more projects in parallel there. And all the times, just sharing one point here, because this is, I think, is important, because uh, you just need to think about yourself, what do you really want, right? Because in the IT area, we have a lot of work to do, right? And there is a space for testers, for QA, for database administrators, for devs. It's not just about dev, okay? We have multiple career paths here. But since the beginning, I was always trying to push myself to help a little bit more abroad and abroad. So I started developing things, then like a team leader, try to coordinating activities and help with my background. So this was my second step in Wipro for sure, acting like a team leader.
So how was that? You before that, before 1 year, you was doing your own work and you're making things done better, and then you got the bigger responsibility. You become the team lead, technical team leader at Microsoft. So uh, it's a completely different job. You have to manage the team members. It's not only you. Now you are responsible for other people also. So how you was able to handle that, because that was the first time that you took that job.
Sure, sure. I think this is a very good question. And to start in coordinate activities, we just need to take in mind a couple of things, okay? In my life, I think it's up to me, this kind of attitude. It's my vision about it. I always doing things with one senior person by my side, okay? Always trying to take an advantage to get the best of knowledge from someone. At that time, I think was Kleber, was my manager, very good guy. And you should always have someone that can be used like your reference, okay? And I think the other point is the respect to everyone, okay? Because it's not because you're a team leader, you are the same of everyone in the team. This is a very important thing in the world that we should share to others, okay? And then I think the challenge is how to balance all your background, how your tech tech skills, how your relationship skills, how you're put together, all together to accomplish the goals, how to meet the goals, the deadlines. So it was very challenging to me, but in all the time I have a good support from my managers, okay? That's I must to let clear for everyone that I was luckily because I had a good person around me, okay? In Wipro I can say to you and I don't remember any other team that I can say in a different way, but all the teams across Wipro was very good team. People commit on delivery, so it was very good experience all the time. Okay.
So you started your career as a developer, software developer,
Yes. Yes.
right? So what made you to come into the development thing?
Um, how I fall in the development area, or how I.
I mean, why development? There are a lot of fields in the
Sure.
technology, right? So why only development? Is that your personal choice or somebody influenced you?
Yeah, I think, for example, why not networking, or why not infrastructure? Why not? Yes, yes. I think there is a couple of things that makes me go to dev. Okay. I was always interested how to do your own application, because we can see a lot of Windows, we can see a lot of systems, but how to code it. This was fascinating me. This was makes me uh, think much too much about it. So I think, and again, this is up to each one here that is able to watching us. You should find out something that make you feel happy when you do it. What is the thing that makes you really, really interested on? So again, I think in the bachelor degree, I was maybe think to do a different way. But the first year in my bachelor degree, I really took a decision. This is up to me. I really like it, and this is what I would like to do in my career. So it's a kind of passion.
I can see most of your tech life was into the development.
Yes, yes. I you can
Like
see that.
2007 to 8, you was a developer, and 8 to 9 and 9 to 10, you worked as a software programmer, developer, like continuously 3 years. After this, you became the team lead. Like
Mhm.
just now we discussed, that you become the technical team lead, and then you become the teacher. You become the guide for the people. Is that development skills and that programming skills helped you in becoming
Sure.
the good leader and make people to work better and
Yeah,
get the
sure.
quality work?
Sure, sure. I think here I have two things to share with you because I have a very good friends here in Brazil. Uh, it can be funny, but for example, there's one of my friends that say that he don't accept to say that junior architect. There is no junior architect. Do you know why they think like this? Because to make a good architecture, for example, you should have, or maybe for me and for my friends here, you must have a very hands-on experience, because how you can provide a good solution without a deep knowledge in the solution? And that's the root of the my answer for you. Um, all my development work in the base was very good to me to to give me a good view about the different approaches, different languages, different kind of systems. Because, for example, sometimes you are doing system for a huge bank, sometimes you are doing systems for a retail company. Sometimes you go there and do systems for airplanes, aircrafts. So, or maybe to company that do carrier to transfer goods to one place to another. So I think all my career, the basic of my knowledge was based in development area, and now the projects that I worked on helps me to understand how the systems can be built, how the people are connected through these projects, different project areas, and I was able to see what works, what didn't. So this was very good, and I think it's a good approach to who is interested on this area. Okay.
So uh, uh, developing and programming and putting the code and correcting the errors and making it work, it's a very big task. It's not as simple as just talking. It's a very, you will get errors which you won't expect. and every time it is a new thing that you're going to learn. Every time you will say a new one, you are a continuous learner. You did that for years, then you are leading. Then leading is completely different from this what you did. So the management, so you should know how it works, or how to uh, manage people and make them work. So how was it, switching the
Sure, sure.
jobs?
It's a little bit different, right? But just sharing with you, look, I think here there is 2 points. I don't know how to sell one thing that you don't know in deep, and working as a part of the team, you know the things that usually works with people and system, and things that don't work. So, and also another tip uh, for the people that is watching is I never just study technology. Okay, the entire my path, I have books, not just for technology area. For example, I really like, I brought some books here, for example, for Goldrati. It's a theory of constraints. How the things works, and the theory of constraints, I will share it to you after the right name of the, the book. But it's about how to remove the constraints of a flow of a team and this kind of things. And uh, uh, it's a little bit different, of course, because when you are coding, just coding, you are really um, deep on your you and your code, and what should be delivered, of course, and you should understand the very deep all the aspects of technology itself. What are you use here? Are you use on thread or not? It will be synchronous or asynchronous. It will be through the internet, or just in the local network. So you are always thinking about the constraints that you have, and what is the requisites, of course. And to manage, it's a little bit different, because you must understand the software and the deliverables a little bit um, abroad, and you should be there to support your team if in case of any issue, or in case of a doubt, and you must be able to put all these things together. Okay, and the key point here again, because the technology is obvious. Okay, it's again is my vision. Okay, the technology itself, it's obvious, uh, but how you are connecting the people, it's the key success factor. Okay, because for example, in a team of 10 people, you have 11 opinions. Okay, so you have more opinions than people. So sometimes what makes me happy, it's different what makes you happy or keeping motivating. So um, even before to be a tech lead or in management area, I was trying to see this kind of things in each people, in each person itself. Okay, how what makes them happy. Uh, it's always about psychologic, right? It's always about minds. So I think that's it. Okay, I think it was a smooth transition. It's not. I wake up a team leader. I think this is it was in day by day activities we was able to do this and build this step by step. And again, without um, a good support from my managers, won't be possible. Okay.
It's a great points that you said about the leadership qualities that you have, uh, coming individually and then becoming a leader, then leading the team, and being the responsible for the team. And like you said, uh, 10 people have 10 different opinions, 11 people have 11 different opinions, and you have to listen to everybody, and make everybody to come on one track and make them work for the development for the company, or uh, make the project come quality. It should be very very good, right? So it's a great thing that is inspiring, that people should learn from you. So then you became a solutions architect. So I didn't said about myself. I have completed masters in software engineering and a graduation in computer science and engineering. Right now I'm preparing for AWS solution architect position. So you already worked as a solution architect. Not only for me, your points are very important for everybody who are into cloud or any cloud, like solutions architect. So what are the key points that they have to put in their mind, and what is the starting point? Is that important for a solution architect to have the practical experience, because the beginners will not have the don't know what happens in the industry. Even the companies, they will see the experienced guy. So people like me who don't have experience but still want to be a solutions architect, but still want to know how it works. Uh, what are the things that runs to make the project, and what are the solutions and creating solutions. So what is solutions architect, and how it works, and is it important for a beginner to have experience in that field?
Sure, sure. I think it is a very good question because, for example, when you have a development background or any IT related background across a few years, I won't say that it will be easier, but it will be a little bit, I can say a little bit easier, a little bit better to you to fit or to transfer or to adjust your knowledge to be a solution architect. Because again, when you experienced a lot of projects, you will be able to see how the things get connected. I think this is the first point, okay? But even when you don't have this kind of experience, I think it's totally possible to become an architect. And if you can see, for example, we have the three main public cloud in the world. There is AWS, Azure, and GCP, Google Cloud Platform. And they have a good strategy to make uh, the cloud accessible or available to everyone, right? And I think my good tip here is, for example, you should maybe try to see which cloud, for example, let's say about these three, okay? Which of these three clouds it's more close to you, to our mindset, or to day by day? Because, for example, uh, if you know too much about Windows, or for example, you work in a company that have a huge dependence on uh, Microsoft licensing, for example, or have a very great legacy on Microsoft, for example, maybe you can start from Azure, for example. You can try the first certification. It's AZ 900, if I'm not wrong. Uh, of course, I can maybe try to put in the subtitles if I'm saying wrong here. Okay, no issues. And then you can in this to get prepared for this certification. There is a small roadmap. Maybe we can, after this, we can just try to find out. There is a specific link for Microsoft, okay? And when you are get prepared to this certification, you can try to see in yourself which area it will be more suitable for you. What I meaning is, because even in a cloud, you have a specific area like security, network, serverless, or architecting itself, or data analytics, for example. You have a lot of fields that you can go deep. Okay. And for example, if you want to know a little bit better how it works in AWS, for example, that's the case that we are discussing here. We know that we have a very good workloads in AWS, like Netflix, for example. Netflix, it's based in AWS infrastructure. And you can go through the practice first certification, and there you will see the 5 pillars of well-architected framework. You see the basic knowledge of cloud, and I think this is the starting point. Okay, so during this starting point, this first certification, we can try to identify inside you where should be more um, what will make you happier, I can say, in the cloud. Because again, for example, I have some colleagues that is focusing on developing a real serverless architecture, or I have also some friends that is focused on database and analytics on AWS. Someone of is focused on security and how you can make a high level of security in your uh, 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 cloud, of course. And I also can share some good places to get trained. Okay, for example, what worked for me. Okay. And I can share to you that, for example, a cloud guru, it's a very good platform to learn. Of course, I'm not receiving any money from them, okay, to say about it, but it worked to me, okay, because what I can share about a cloud guru is that you can learn about these three cloud platform, and you have some hands-on labs, okay, that really makes the difference when you go to the certification. Okay, so a cloud guru is a very good. And another platform, online platform, is Udemy. Okay, there is a guy called Stephanie. I think it's from French. That have a good trainings on Udemy, and it will be a pleasure to share it to you, to put here to the people that's able to see us about those trainings. Okay, it's amazing. Either a cloud guru that have everything about cloud there, and also the trainings from Stephanie. I will share it to you the right link about him in Udemy. Okay, and also I think it's from a good price. Okay, so I think it's feasible for everyone.
So it's very useful. It's very useful. So if you, like you said, whatever the links are that made you think and that worked for you, if you send me all those links, that will be useful for our audience. They'll get benefit from that. They can learn and they can improve their skills because the industry person is saying that. So definitely they'll take it.
And let me just say one thing. I think the most is, I think after you got certified, and after you you get your certification path, I think the most interesting is the first day. The first day that you draw your first architecture with your own name. So I remember that time, not for cloud. I think I was working, but it's very tough day. You always concerned if it is the best solution, and you always concerned about if you are providing the best solution for the customer. But again, a solution architect must be able to work in a teamwork, okay? If your architecture is just based in one person, probably is not the best solution, okay? So here with my team, we always doing the things in group, okay? In a team, in a discussion, good discussion, saying the pros and what is what what is good and what is not good to the solution, and we are always able to try to provide the best in the middle of the constraints, of course, because architecture is not always like you put a rocket in the space. Okay, sometimes you have a constraints, budget constraints, time constraints, or service catalog constraints. I don't want to go to a serverless. I would like to use cloud like infrastructure or this kind of things. So architecture is always about constraints. Okay.
So I have like basic questions because I'm a beginner. I just entered into it and I'm just understanding how many services are there and what is the benefit of the services, each service which is there in AWS cloud. Why networking? Why EC2 instance? Why we are using databases? Why we are using other like there are a lot of services. So, is it important for me to understand and to know have deep knowledge about every service and how to implement it? Is it important if I want to get into the industry?
Great. I think this is a very good question. And just to set expectation here, in 2017, if I'm not wrong, we have a large companies returning back from cloud to their on premises environments. Okay, and when we saw this some of them, this some of these companies that returning their workloads from cloud to on premises, is just because sometimes they are optimizing the workloads on premises when they are moving to cloud. So there was a large of issues in their projects. Okay, so just to set expectation here, I have two things to share before the answer. One is uh, I don't think so that the majority of the cases will get benefits of saving costs at the first day when they move to cloud. Okay, so this is very important thing. So when move to cloud, you should track the opportunities, of course, and you should plan um, um, in a couple of months or in a couple of years uh, your cost savings, and surely it won't be in the day one. This is the first thing. Okay, and when you are moving to cloud, it's a very common issue that companies come to us sometimes because they have some issues in their on premises environment, and they think that cloud will resolve all the issues that they have. So it's not like that. If you have a flow issue, if you have a business issue, or if you have a procedures issue between your team, you should just try to think how to resolve it, okay, and not just put this always about cloud. Okay, um, cloud, of course, will bring you a cost optimization in a given month, in a given years. You should plan about it to check how it will be your cost savings. But you should think um, very well about the workload that you are moving to cloud, to don't bring the old issues with this workload. Okay, so you should do a good project, a project before anything. Okay, so in after that, I think in the middle of the assessment, because everything starts with an assessment. Okay, we have a lot of approaches available, like a cloud adoption, and we have some agents that usually we install in the on-premises environment to check the park, um, the how your environment in terms of application it's based on your farm, of course, and we will try to identify opportunities in the migration. For example, to translate the the machines, the virtual machines that you have in your on-premise environment to cloud. And of course, I think at this point, the best is the elasticity, right? For example, if you have, because when you have the on-premise environment, you have a fixed environment, you have a fixed capacity there, right? So we always need to think about the peak of consumption, the peak of processing and memory and storage and all related uh, tasks that on-premises requires from you. Okay, but on cloud, you can see where is the peaks, which time you have more demands, right? So you can best fit your architecture when you are moving to cloud. So instead of have one huge virtual machine, 8 plus cores, 32 gigabytes of memory, and this kind of things, you can maybe have a small one, and you can scale out, scale in based on your demands. Of course, just to be clear here, it's a very other good point. For example, if you know that you have specific traffic or specific demands across the year, for example, you can buy for a good price reserved instance, okay, and you can just work on demand in the peaks, for example, without scale grouping and with good load balancing. So, but again, your application must be able to work in parallel. You always thinking when you go to the cloud, you always thinking about elasticity, loosely coupled, and this kind of things. Okay.
So I got you. I understood you. So so you also worked as an service delivery manager, program manager, AMS. Tell me
Application
about it.
maintenance
Your
access. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a very good, and I have no issue to share with you because all my life I was working delivering projects. Okay, so in the delivery area, not in sales, not in support and maintenance area, just creating a new systems or maybe evolving the old ones. Okay, and I was always saying that the best is the guy who is doing development and projects. Who don't know how to do projects go to support area. This is a very bad thinking. Just because I never did this before, and I have a good opportunity. I think in 2016 or 2017, I'm not sure, to work in a huge transition for a good customer here of Wipro. We have a 50 application cross Brazil in multiple vendors. This customer have multiple vendors helping them to support and maintain their application, 50 application, legacy application. And we went there to do a transition plan, supporting the transition plan. and knowledge transfer, and building a team that will be able to handle all the issues and keep the system up and running. So in that time, I realized how hard it is to do this kind of job. How good skill you should have to work on application maintenance services. So we did a very good. I'm not sure about the exactly head count, but I can say to you that we started with a good head count to take out this application. And after a couple of months working with automation and trying to work in a problem investigation, we was able to reduce the number of incidents in the production environment and also reduce the headcount required to maintain these services. So we got all these 10 plus vendors in just Wipro, just us, and we was able to optimize the the operation, the delivery process. It was very good, and after that, I was invited to support for financial services customers, okay, in the same area, and support and maintenance. And we was in a good challenges with a big issues in the process flow. Um, I won't say the names of the customers, but of course you can go through my LinkedIn as well. You can see, you'll be able to see. But we did very good in terms of transforming uh, the operation model in ITU standards of how you keep and maintain your application up and running. So this of course this was a very big challenge to me because it was a first time that I fall in support and maintenance area. So it's kind of disruption. Okay, I was working supporting like a software architect, and then I was moving to a very different role. So it was very good. Again, I can say to you again, we was able to do this just because good people. I can say here because we are saying good. Diogo Giussani was the guy, and also Fendil was a very good guide to us and supporting us on this journey. So this was just possible because we have a good people around us.
So I have few more questions, sir. I want to know whether you have time or not because, like, you gave me 1 hour. There is two
No, no,
minutes
it's
left.
fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. And also, if I'm speaking too much, you can just stop me, okay?
No, no. Everything that you're saying is it's a very effective and impactful words. I will put in my mind. At the same time, it can be 2 or 3 hours also. I want it to be recorded. I want even one person from one country or one place, any place on this planet, learns from you. It will be a big thing. They'll be thankful for you.
Thank you.
It's a
Perfect.
positive energy. So showing you and making you tell all these answers, I'll get some positive energy, and you get like thousands of positive energies, like somewhere people people say that if you get positive energy from a lot of people, you'll have good health and good mental and physical health.
Thank you so much. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's do more half an hour. I think it will be fine for me.
Yeah, I can do I can complete all the questions until
Sure.
that. So I can see you have done the basic certifications in all the three clouds, right?
Perfect.
AWS, Microsoft Azure, and GCP, Google Cloud. So what is the it's what is the difference that you observed in all the three clouds? Everything, all three are clouds, but the user interface, the how to handle it, that is different. So how can you tell me how you got
Sure,
certifications that faster?
sure. I think we of course just sharing because before AWS, I think my knowledge was based in Microsoft. So, but if we talk about experience, I think my experience is more mostly now in AWS because the day-by-day operation that we have. Okay, but things that I can share to you, Kubernetes comes from Google. Okay, so start there, and now everybody is using just trying to put their application in containers. So everybody's thinking about kubectl, kubectl, this kind of things. Words come to any place. But uh, just sharing for me about these three certification. Okay, let's say about the first level of all these three. Okay, the easier for me, the easier was about Microsoft. Okay, I'm saying easier just because my background. Okay, so maybe for example for other people, GCP can be easier. Okay, but uh, just about my background, the easiest one was um, AZ900 from Microsoft, and without any doubt, the the most difficult was the GCP, Google Cloud Platform, because the way that they think, the way that the things get connected in Google Cloud Platform is a little different that I have experienced. And I think so. You should prepare. I think about these three entry points. Okay, these three basic level. Uh, GCP, Google Cloud Platform, is the one that you should um, be prepared very harder. Okay, we should know about terminal scripting language. You should go through how it works regarding computing services in GCP, how firewall works in a GCP. It's a lot of things that you should go and really know about it. About Microsoft is also good, but I think with a good training, you can get it. And the challenge in Amazon AWS is when we think about virtual machine, we must translate it to EC2. It's not virtual machine. When you think about managed database, you should think about RDS. I think after you do this connection about the names, it will be easier for you also because I really like the flow how the things goes in AWS. But for example, there is a good points in each one of them. Okay, for example, in GCP we segregate we at project level, for example. So you have a GCP account. Okay, thinking this way, and you now need to do a test environment. I just need to test Kubernetes here with memcache uh, in front of one database. I will just create one project, put all the resources in this project, and if tomorrow you say no, I already did all the testing, I just go there, delete the projects, and now the resource will be deleted. Okay, so it's very easier to go there, learn fast, or make your test very fast, and just switch it off, delete the project, all the resource will be removed. In the Microsoft, we also have resource manager. You can put all the resources of your testing inside this resource group, and you can just delete the resource group. But we don't have this in the same way for AWS. You should work uh, and just sharing because of course when you are learning, you are not concerned about to do infrastructure as a code. You are not concerned about to go there and do your Terraform, or you do your cloud formation and put this script to run and see all your infrastructure up and running. You because just sharing one opinion here. Né? You are learning. You go there, click, choose the service and try it. Just this. Nobody is concerned in infrastructure as a code. So for the people who are learning, it's very good to have in Microsoft, in Google Cloud Platform, one way to remove quickly the resources that you provision, because the cost, if you forget any kind of EC2 running, depends on the sizing of this EC2 virtual machine. You can be in a very bad bill at the end of the month. So in AWS, you should take care. Okay, so when you will do some testing, just make sure that all the resources that you make you up and running, you will go after your testing and delete it. Okay.
So you also got solutions architect associate level also. So when you did this, I think you did this in 2021, this year.
Yeah, I think this the three certification of AWS that I took, it was practitioner, sorry, associate, and I think last week I got professional certification on AWS. My approach was to come to from the beginning to the high level, um, and what I can share to you is that is good this approach because you keep pushing yourself and trying to check your skills and abilities. What I want to say is you go through the basic level, do your testing, go there, check what is the 5 pillars of well-architected framework. You will be able to check how to do a cost estimation, a small cost estimation, this kind of thing. So you are testing yourself in the practitioner level. After this one, you will try to find out next degree that probably will be the associate if you deserve it. The associate level, you must to understand a little bit more about each kind of service. Okay, of course, there is a kind of services that is within this associated level, like EC2, EC2, S3, RDS, VPC, um, elastic load balancing, ELB, and autoscale grouping. So you must know about a certain level. And of course, I can share to you one link about that will help the people that's watching us to know they are comparing how deep each one of this certification level will require from you. This is awesome. Okay, so and you'll be able to see how difficult it is each one of this level. And then because when you start from practitioner level, you should take a decision to go to the next level because you have a lot of kind of specific certification for AWS. So maybe you will see that no, I don't want to be one architect, specific and broad architect. I would like to work in a SysOps. Okay, so you can do the certification of SysOps. Or no, I would like to work in development skills, so I will do the development associate certification. So that's totally depends on you. What you are expecting. No, I just want um, to to design architecture. So maybe you can go through the same path that I did, these three certification. No, I would like to know in deep, for example, how to do development things in a real serverless manner. For example, you can go to the dev certification or
And
analytics, for example.
also I can see you have certification in cyber security and automation anywhere certified advanced RPA professional, and I can see Kanban Foundation certificate, and I can see ITIL Foundation certificate in IT service management and agile software development, and AWS business professional that you got in 2018, and Scrum Foundational Professional Certificate, and the Open Group Certified TO GF 9 certified, the Open Group Certified Standard version 9.2. So
Yes.
you, you have a
How
lot.
these things how these things fits together? I think this is the good question.
Yeah.
You should think about the path. Okay, what is the path here? What I was trying to find out in this kind of certification. I think the first one of these is TOGAF, right? It's an enterprise architecture, okay? So enterprise architecture will try to say um, what is your current state in the business and what should be what is the desired state that your company would like to be, and what is the journey that you should go through to reach there. Okay, so we have a very good cases to study and see the issues that's happening in the company, and you do an assessment. This is about TOGAF, okay? So I'm just learning about this and just to see a little bit abroad. After this, because my experience in application maintenance services, I was trying to to go in another level about ITMS, okay? So that's the reason why I did ITU certification, okay? Because I was really interested on how one of the biggest standard in ITMS works. What is the requirements? How the things fits together. So I did these two certification to understanding this in this way. And after that, it's very important to us nowadays that you will work in agile projects. Okay, we, waterfall. Of course, we have a lot of projects in waterfall methods, but as I can see, at least here in Brazil, all the companies it's requesting to work in agile because the requirements can change in the middle. So uh, how Scrum can help us? How agile can help us through our teams, through our day-by-day operation? So that's the reason why I got certified in this area. Okay, and about automation anywhere, um, I have one thing to share with you here. When you think about automation, we have a lot of good tools to uh, to make automations. Okay, maybe you want to, for example, connect one system to another. Maybe you want to reduce the the human intervention or human tasks. So you work with an RPA uh, um, tool like automation anywhere. But I'm not certified on this. I don't know if we have any certification on this tool that I will say to you. It's Microsoft Power Automate. Okay. Of course, I got certified in automation anywhere just because we had one case here, and I was just interested on to know how it works. but it's not my main option about automation. It's it's up to me. Of course, maybe you can see a lot of professionals that really likes this tool. It's a good tool. I'm not saying bad about the tool. Of course, it's a good tool, but I really like to work with Microsoft Power Automate because, for example, let's just think about CI/CD development. And sorry if I'm saying too technical things. I will just try to make it clear for you. Okay, I will just share.
Yeah, yeah,
If I'm
okay.
yeah, if I'm saying a lot of uh, unknown words, you can ask me. Okay, but let's just think about you are in agile project. You have a team working in the chains of one web application, for example. You are working with GitHub, GitLab, and you must control all the activities. Okay, so you go there in Azure, DevOps Azure, create one card in the Kanban. You will write the history there, okay, and acceptance criteria of all these things. And there you can start control all the flows. For example, um, the development source code, the environments that you have. For example, I have a development environment, system integration environment. I have a UAT environment. This kind of environments you can control. And let's think about if when you change the status of these cards, for example, you want to get notified by mail that the status of these cards is changing, for example. You can go there with Power Automate and create one flow about it, and it's very easy and don't require you a deep knowledge in development area. Look, other solution, for example, you want to notify your customer that now the change that you are about to deliver it to him, it's now in the QA environment. For example, you can just create an automation flow to share to them uh, the attachments of this development, and with a link of the QA environment. And of course, for example, you can create on dashboard there in case of the customer see some bugs, to put the bugs there and return back to the development, and development will do the rollback of the application from this environment to that environment. So you are able to, if you have the Microsoft Office switch with Microsoft Power Automate, it will help you in this way. So that's why I really appreciate and I really like Microsoft Power Automate. For me, it's one of the best application I can write here for you after. What is the tool that I'm saying? It's a very good tool. Okay, instead of automation anywhere. And I think that, and also look, again, the certification itself, just to be honest, okay, it's just a piece of paper, okay, in your wall. But the most important thing beyond the certification, of course, you must be certified. If you ask me, Alan, do you think I really need to be certified in AWS? Yes, because cloud is the future. In this certification, we will show to everyone that you knows uh, the concept. You know the basics of AWS. But the really important thing here is how you use it, how you bring value from these things. So all the certification, if you see, are connected. Okay, for example, cybersecurity. You should be aware of how the hackers usually do attacks, how you can just try to avoiding, how you can do the observability in this kind of thing. So that's my way of thinking. Okay, if you need to learn something, go learn and try to certify yourself. So this is a good way to testing your skill and see if you meet at least for the most common standards. So that's my way of thinking. Okay.
Awesome. So the discussion went too technical. So I want to ask some general questions. So to make it easier. So I want to know, the first thing that I want to know is how old are you?
How old I'm? Oh,
Yeah.
good, good, good. I'm 33 years old. 33.
So when you started like tech, when you entered into the tech field.
Man, I think it's a long, long back. Uh, I think my first, I can share to you that my first contact, when I first saw one computer in my life, I can say to you, it was uh, in the 90s, of course. I think it was in 96 or 97, okay? I think it was 25 years back, I think. So I was really, really young guy, and I remember at that time we usually before this computer we the home lessons we are doing writing papers. After this one, we got one printer, and all the home lesson was awesome, with pictures. We have a software that you can search there to do your research. It was, but of course, it was a very small city here in the south, and this computer was from one of my friends. Okay, and usually we go there to their house to study together and do this. So I started there, but I think uh, just open and fixing computers hardware itself. I think it was in 2000, 2004 or 2005. Okay.
So 2004 means it's nearly about 17 years, 16 to 17
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a long back. So I think you entered into IT very early age.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that usually nowadays, because nowadays, if you think to me together to me here, for example, my my small child here in my house, Benjamin. Benjamin is 4 years old. Okay, but when we he have 3 years old, he was 3 years old. He was playing the computer. He he don't know how to read, of course, but he is able to see the patterns. For example, he likes too much Roblox. I think Roblox and Minecraft, it's global games, right? So these days I was just steering him, looking how the movements in his hands is going through the screens, and man, it's unbelievable. He don't know how to read, but he knows what is yes or no in the screens that are appearing to him. So of course, I think I came to technology very long, long back ago. But nowadays, the people it's exposed to technology even early. So my older one, it's 9 years old, Michel Levy. He have some dev um, dev tasks in their own school. So this is very good, awesome, awesome. How to how to put the bricks together to make a small application. It's very, very, very nice, very nice. So good.
So So what is driving you? Like we discussed before this interview. What is driving? What is your driving force? What is motivating you? What is making you wake up in the morning and do a lot of things in a day? So who is
Yeah,
pushing you?
yeah. I think in the middle of all these things, I have my own life, of course. I like to play a little bit guitar, of course. Drums I like too much, and I like to run. I have my bicycle here, and to in my day by day to do my gym and my exercising here. But sure, for me, because I was father too too early either, right? I think my first it was 23 when I was 23, my first baby. So the reason to be alive, it's about my family. I have no doubt. I have a good family. I really have a proud of my parents and my wife and my two little kids here, and everything is about them. So I'm here to support, and also I bring this to my personal life, okay? Because for me, the most important, again, the deliverables will be delivered, okay? The most important thing is how we are together with your team, because at the end of the day, it's all about humanity and how you be here for the others. Okay, so also in my current company, I have a common phrase here that I would like to put in my back here. It's how can I help you? So this is not about to the customer. It's about my colleague. It's about my manager. It's about my son, my wife. How can I help you? This is what keeps me motivating. Okay, and also of course technology itself, how the things works, how the things evolving. So. Um, that's what keeps me motivating. Okay.
So I can see you're very good in balancing both, and you I can understand you have a very good environment to do a lot of certifications one by one, one by one, one by one. You are able to do this until unless you have a good environment around you, good people around you. Like you said, your driving force is your family. So not everybody I have exchanged words with. Like I have I was talking with non-technical people. uh, Not everybody have like that positive environment to go grow that faster. I think you are the faster grown person that I have seen in all in the small experience of mine.
No, thank you,
uh,
thank you about this. And I really agree with you, because I thanks God every day, because I have a good ground here, a good people around me. But just sharing to you that in the beginning, because I was in a small city here, and in 2001 I moved to the capital of Paraná, is one city, Curitiba, in the south of Brazil. Okay, so I come from 2000, 27K population to 1.5 million. My previous city was very small, and it's like a fight because it's totally different. So you should survive. And I remember when I was very young at the beginning here, this transition, with all the support of my father, of course, and my mother. Thanks to them about it, but they always teach me that if you want something, you should go there. How is the best way to predict the future? If you do the future, so you should go there and make your own future. Of course, again, I know that this is not the reality of everyone, and I know that maybe there is a people that have other issues related. I know this that maybe the humanity is not fair for everyone, but in the beginning, I remember that I was usually I wake up 5 a.m. In that time, I was uh, kind of work because it's kind of I don't know how to say this in English, but I was working like working in two small companies, one in the morning, another one in the afternoon, and I was studying at night. So usually I was wake up in at 5 a.m. and I returning back home just 11:30. So there was a tough days in my life also, but I had support of my family to go there and make the difference. That's the reason why I think that I saw too much people, too many people, and from the ground to sea level. And I know that at the end of the day, each one have their own demands, and each one it's very important to the life cycle, to the humanity. So I'm really people centricity. Okay, I'm really thinking about people because again, we don't know how hard it is to me or how hard it is to you. Um, Sometimes we don't know. So that's the reason why we should beyond the silos. We should go beyond the silos, beyond the fences. We should go there and try to take care about the people without expecting anything because you know nowadays it's hard to say, oh, let's come to me and support me. Sometimes the people is expecting something in favor to support you, but I believe in humanity. I think um, we we can go better, we can do better, we can be a better person every day. So that's my one of my main goals here.
So you said about your driving force, but you again I'm repeating. In very You're just 33, but the experience that you have is very huge. I know people who are into industry for a long time, but they don't have these many certifications, these many having projects in their lives and handling it and managing it, being in different positions. But I feel very less in front of you.
No, 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 no. Again, that's my main point here is not just because I'm in front of a camera, because you can go through my friends, my colleagues here, and I think they will speak about myself in the same way that I'm speaking to you. Because again, everyone is in the same level. I think maybe I will go through something with you, and you will teach something to me that, of course, in this conversation, I'm learning with you because I already spoke to you. That's not so easy to go there across the world and speak a good speech with the people, good meetings with the people across the world. So that's is something that I would like to learn with you. So again, everyone, no matter with which level uh, they think they are, we are always open to learn something. We are always the same because don't mind if you are small or big. The sun is there outside, so you can go there and take uh, a light of the sun in your skin, of course.
So I don't know about the people around you, and I don't know about the people who are connected with you. I don't know about the people who are working with you, who are exchanging words with you in your country, in your place. I don't know about them, but definitely the world is very lucky to have a talented person like you. Your
Thank you so
contribution
much.
is a lot to this planet. Your work is creating things, creating energy, uh, giving lives to people, uh, uh, developing products, and making it run properly. So because of you, if there is no if there is no your presence, I'm sure the planet is not the same.
I think there is much people doing good things because in the field, including this pandemic situation, you we cannot because again we are lucky. I'm really lucky because I can work from my home, and I know that there is a lot of people doing their best to try to make the lives of the people that is suffering with this pandemic situation a little bit better. And of course, one thing here, because I'm working for IT company, and one IT company have their own IT related area. So it's the people that guarantee that the network connectivity is up and running, the computer it's up to date and all these things. And I know, for example, here these people is since the beginning of the pandemic, they did not stop to go to the office. So I appreciate this position also that makes us uh, that bring to us the possibility to work from home. So again, it's uh, it's this is always all about what we are discussing here. There is no without this position I can't do my job, so there is no um, level between the people. We are all about people. We are people, so no one is better than no one, so we equal.
So at last, as an experienced person, as a person who learned a lot in life, about different things, not only about a particular field. You have seen a lot of things with your eyes, and you have listened a lot of things with your ears, smell, taste. So all your senses have collected a lot of information and stored in your uh, data center called brain. So
Yes.
what worked for you to be happy, to to be inspiring, to make things possible, and what do you think that works for a lot of people who are watching this and listening to you? What worked for you to be successful?
I think um, let me just check here the right word. Sorry, let me just. I don't want to make any mistake. Um, 1 second. But yes, I think the right words is curiosity. Okay, for me, what works is how to try to understand how the things works. Because again, uh, I remember since the beginning, my father have a technology degree. My father comes from industry of paper here in Brazil. Okay, uh, specific for newspaper um, in a very huge company, old company that in the past did a very good success because in that time we don't have internet, so the people usually see the news taking the paper and see the newspaper, right? But beyond that, my father teach me in everything that he usually do uh, that try to do yourself. What I mean is, I remember my father opening one engine of the car and try to fix this engine, try to fix the car by himself with success. And at that time, when he does not know, when he he don't know how to do something, usually he go there and try to understand the things, study things, and this is what I got from my daddy. So uh, I think if you want to go to the technology area, you should be aware, you must be aware that you must be a learner, you must be every day studying and every day challenging yourself, okay? Because sometimes for each one of this certification, uh, sometimes I'm uh, uh, have no time for my family, okay, to take the certification, because after the working day I go there and try to study it, and I stay far from my family to acquire a new knowledge. So sometimes you, of course, I'm always trying to balance everything. Of course, I like to be with my family, and I do this as much as I can. But just keep in mind, if you want to go to the technology area, you must challenge yourself and learn everything that you can learn. Okay.
So I think you said a lot already to the world. I thought to ask a question like, uh, what do you say in single line about life?
Life, the life it's science. For me, of course, I have my own religion, of course, but I think that God is um, God did this for us, and we must live um, um, in the best way that we can do, treating the planet in a good way for the future people, and also challenging ourselves. So it's very good to breathe. It's very good to wake up in the morning and see that we have a lot of things to do, to learn, and to make it better. So every day it's a very good day to do a good thing. This is the point.
So at last, what do you say about the work that I'm doing? Me talking with different country people who are into different professions and who are into the technology for a long time, talking about all the technologies. Me putting on social media, internet, podcast, website, YouTube, everywhere. So what I'm doing, and what is your observation about my work?
No, it's very good, and I won't be here if I don't think in this way. I congratulate you for the job that you are doing. It's very good to connect people, because, and I hope so one day you do this in each country by yourself. You go and travel it and do it, because uh, again, the world is fantastic, fantastic. So the food that you will try in each place in the world, it's a unique experience. So it's very good. So you, of course, you do this and try to keep doing, pushing you yourself every day to do this, to share this across as much as people you can share. Good work, good work. Keep you doing it.
So your observation about our video now, my questioning and my observation and my listening, and what you feel about. Tell me about your experience with me today in this time, in this 1 hour 45 minutes.
I think it was very good. I think you, again, very relevant questions about myself and the career, and I think you was able to get the essence, the main structure that maybe can help and support the others in this video. So very good conversation. Thank you about it. Thank you for it.
So thank you very much, sir, for giving me your valuable time and spending your valuable experience to with me and with my audience and to the world. Uh, so I hope you'll continue doing the great work that you're doing, and I hope your contribution is very important for the humanity and for other living things too, which are there on this planet. Not only human beings, to the dog, cats, all of the animals.
The
So
nature, yes, sure.
yeah,
Thank you
I
so
hope.
much. Thank,
Yeah.
thank you.
Can
Stay
I
connected.
yeah, can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Sure, you can put it. Sure.
Yeah. And also, can I put this video and audio clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
Sure, you can put it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And if you send me the links that you want me to share with my audience, I will put in the description. People who finds our video on YouTube can find our links.
Perfect. I will prepare the links for you of all the comments that we have here, that we had here, and I will share with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Again,
Bye bye.
bye.